Hey everyone, I'm Dorothy Cassasari and welcome to Celebrity Corner. Here's who we have in our exciting lineup tonight. A reality star who made $11 million last year alone. He's DJ Pauly D of the Jersey Shore. Celebrity makeup artist to some of the most beautiful and famous women in Hollywood, Ramy Gafni. And popular TV meteorologist and weatherman for the Howard Stern Show, John Bolaris, on his sex crime scandal, his advice for Hollywood's eligible bachelors, and more. Plus, Zoya Nail Polish is doing a giveaway of this fabulous color I'm wearing called Thandy. Later in the show, I'll tell you how to win your very own bottle. Let's get this party started. Cue the open.
Entertainment editor Dorothy Cassasari.
Here to discuss that and more is Dorothy Cassasari.
Pay attention to every word Dorothy says.
Hey, I'm Wayne Brady, and I'm here with the beautiful Dorothy Cassasari here on Celebrity Corner.
I'm Dorothy Cassasari, and this is Celebrity Corner. We've got a great show today, but first, we're going to start with all the celebrity news and gossip, and it was a busy week in Hollywood. Miley Cyrus's parents, Billy Ray and Tish, have confirmed they are divorcing after 19 years of marriage. And it looks like Miley's already choosing sides. Just 2 days after they announced it, her attitude toward her dad was more than clear with this tweet. "Since your text and email obviously aren't working, would you like to talk like this?" Whoa. Divorce is hard on anyone. I mean, I know, my parents have been divorced my whole life practically, but it seems Hollywood starlets take it the hardest. Let's use Lindsay Lohan as an example. That girl was on top of her game until 2005 when her party animal momager, Dina, split from her crazy outspoken dad, Michael. This started Lindsay on a serious downward spiral, getting arrested for a DUI, landing in rehab, landing in jail, and becoming such a liability that no movie house would hire her because they couldn't insure her. She's still doing community service to this day for all the trouble she got into. And let's not forget about Britney Spears. Following the divorce of her parents, Jamie and Lynn Spears, Britney hastily married Kevin Federline, a backup dancer with a shady past. Remember that? Popped out 2 kids with him and then went on a rampage in and out of rehab, culminating with the time she famously shaved all of her beautiful blonde locks off. Oh, and she attacked a paparazzi with an umbrella later, claiming it was all for a part in a movie. Britney, you know you're not an actor. Miley, take caution from your peers and don't let your parents' divorce do this to you. In other news, she wasn't due to give birth until mid-July, but Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and the whole Kardashian clan, with a K, welcomed a little girl to the family over the weekend. Baby Kim Ye is already positioning herself to be a daddy's girl since her birth was perfectly timed to give Kanye his first Father's Day. The little diva in training is getting an early taste of the finer things in life. She will reportedly sleep in a $4,000 Lucite crib. My fiance and I just bought a king-size bed for our new place, and I'm pretty sure it didn't cost that much. There are even reports that Kris Jenner may bring the baby on her talk show for the first time, which debuts July 15th, so we're gonna have to stay tuned and see how that goes. Moving right along, Tiger Woods and his girlfriend Lindsey Vonn spent the weekend at Merion Golf Club in Ardmore, Pennsylvania for the US Open. And while he didn't do so well on the greens, it seems his love life couldn't be better. Lindsey, an Olympic skier, recently told the New York Times she's in a fishbowl now more than ever. Well, Lindsey, newsflash, that's what happens when you date the most notorious womanizer in womanizing history. There were 12 or were there 13 mistresses? Either way, I have news for you, Lindsey. I'm afraid you're going to be next. Tiger's ex-wife, Elin Nordegren, is still beautiful as ever and dating billionaire Chris Klein. Not a bad rebound. Lastly, it's one of the most controversial reality shows on TV, and you are never going to believe the new headline that's come out of Toddlers and Tiaras. The popular child beauty pageant show on TLC is to thank, is that the right word, for introducing us to Alana Thompson, otherwise known as Honey Boo Boo, and her sugar-laden energy drink, Go-Go Juice. Well, now a mom from the show is cashing in on a similar drink called Tinker Tea, a mix of Mountain Dew, sweet tea, and pixie sticks. Ugh. Pageant mom Tori Hensley pumps her 2-year-old daughter Alexa with this stuff. Oh, and a cup of coffee each day, because that's normal for a 2-year-old. And she claims the caffeine reverses the effects of hyperactivity and actually calms children down. This coming from a mom who gave Alexa, when she was only 9 months old, Slim Jims to help with teething. Before we head to break, I want to give a big thanks to Max Tavern in Philly for hosting our premiere party last week. family, friends, and the Fab WMCN staff came out to celebrate our first show and to sip my personal drink pick. No, not Tinker Tea or Go-Go Juice, but Celebrity Corner Sangria. There's no shortage of celebs usually hanging at Mac's Tavern, which is in Old City. It's co-owned by Always Sunny in Philadelphia stars Rob McElhenney and Caitlin Olsen. Up next on Celebrity Corner, a reality star who made $11 million, and that's just last year. He's Pauly D of the Jersey Shore. Welcome back to Celebrity Corner. He was an average kid from Rhode Island who never went to college, but lucked out when he landed a little reality show on MTV called Jersey Shore. His name is Pauly D Del Vecchio, and this fist-pumping, sexy DJ and entrepreneur has made it big. I mean big, with $11 million in his pocket, and that's just last year. He's so rich, he made Forbes magazine's top-earning DJ list, and this past Sunday, he showed off his skills during the Miss USA broadcast. I caught up with Pauly D in New York City, and he couldn't have been sweeter. Take a look. I'm absolutely fascinated by this empire that you've created. You know, you came from humble beginnings. You worked at a used car dealership, which I love that story. You know, and you didn't go to college, you know?
Right.
Walk us through that moment when you got that first big check. What was that like?
I actually took a picture of it.
You did?
I couldn't believe there was that many zeros. I was like, this is crazy.
Can you tell us what the number was?
No.
Where were you? Who were you with?
I was at my house, and my mother gave me the mail, and I looked at the check. I was like, huh? I had to look at it twice, make sure it was in my name. I took a picture of it. I still have that picture. It's just a crazy moment because I worked hard my whole entire life, and I've always liked nice things. So I'd work hard to get them, and I still do. Just now they pay you a little bit more.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And what did you go out and buy once you got that first big check?
Oh, I bought a car.
Okay. What kind of car?
It was a Mercedes.
You didn't buy a used car from the dealership you worked at? I mean, man, no loyalty.
No. No more used car. I don't want nobody else's problems now.
So you have been doing all these DJ gigs, and if somebody just, you know, a family wants to hire you for a bar mitzvah or for Sweet 16, do you do those sort of things?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yeah, those are fun.
So
I just did a Sweet 16 last week in New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
Now, do these people just have to have big checkbooks, or do you have to know someone? How do you get hired for those kind of things?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. So what are you doing on October 5th?
October 5th, I'm DJing for you. What do you got?
My wedding.
Let's do it.
It's on the Jersey Shore.
Oh, is it? Perfect.
Speaking of weddings, I read somewhere that you've said before, you know, you have all these great things going on, which is an understatement, but you don't have anyone special to share it with.
Correct.
I can imagine it's hard to date women being who you are. You don't really know their intentions.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right.
So what do you see for yourself in the future? There are going to be a couple little spiky-haired kids running around, or what's kind of going on in that area?
I hope so, but I mean, you got to find a girl first, and then I got to take it one step at a time. I'm old school too. I'd rather be married first, then have the kids. And but it's hard. It's hard to find a girl right now, and you don't know their intentions. And people think it's easy. There's the girls all over the place, but it's not. It's hard to find the one that's genuine, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
that was deep. That was deep.
No, it was. It was really deep. Tell the ladies what they could expect if they were so lucky to score a date with you.
If you're lucky to score a date with me, you can come to the club, one of my gigs. I mean, why wouldn't you?
You can be that girl in the booth.
It's better like music, yeah, exactly.
But you have to know how to fist pump.
Absolutely. You already know.
How do you kind of filter through some of the negative noise, because there is plenty of it out there?
You know what? I see it, and I don't even focus on it. It's like in the rear view. It's behind you. They're only looking up, the haters. So I just think that they hate themselves. Then I guess they have to speak up on it. But that just means you're doing something right when you got the haters. 50 said, if they hate, then let them hate. You watch the money pile up. That's what we're doing.
Well, that's certainly what you're doing. I mean, Forbes has you number 7 on the list of highest paid DJs.
For real?
Yeah.
Me?
Yes, you. On there with
so bad
Tiesto, Skrillex, Swedish House Mafia. I mean, that's really from where you come from. That's really
dope.
Something.
Yeah, just to be mentioned with the big dogs like Tiesto and all them guys. Like I play their music, you know, and I've looked up to them my whole entire life, and to be next to them in Forbes, like that's crazy.
I want to talk to you a little bit about all these collaborations that you've been doing.
Cool.
You have a hit single with Jay Sean.
Yes.
You have all these different collaborations with 50 Cent, which is, you know, household name.
Yes.
You performed with Britney Spears. You're touring this summer with Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Who else is on the collaboration wish list?
Well, the wish list, I mean, probably be like Rihanna or something like that. Maybe Drake.
I could see that.
That'd be pretty dope.
I could see you and Rihanna doing something together. So you have a tanning products line. You have Remix, which is a ready-to-drink cocktail.
Yes.
Can't wait to try it tonight.
Cool.
We got to end this interview so I can go have a drink. You also have the headphones that
Yes.
you collaborated with 50 Cent on. You have this music career. What else are we going to see from you? Are we going to see any cologne or, I mean, Pauly D, you know,
You never know.
gyms
I mean, that's a
opening?
good idea if you want to be my partner.
I mean, I'll take 10%.
10%,
you know,
that's not bad.
It's a pretty good idea I
That's
just
not
gave you, you know?
Remember, she said 10% because it's going to go
Yeah,
up. I'm telling you.
it's
Once the
on-
contract's rolling.
it's on
I
the
think my
record.
lawyer's here.
All right, well, listen, love seeing you again,
Thank you
and
very much.
congratulations on everything.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys
It's really
coming.
wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
to see you.
Good to see you too.
Great to see you. I'm going to have to call him to discuss that idea to open gyms together further. How sweet was he? Up next, a popular TV meteorologist and advice columnist with a Playboy past who's weighing in on some of Hollywood's eligible bachelors. I have John Bolaris here, back in a bit. Welcome back to Celebrity Corner. I'm your host, Dorothy Cassasari. My next guest is an Emmy Award-winning TV meteorologist and weatherman for The Howard Stern Show, whose life could be a Hollywood movie. He's John Bolaris, and he's here today. John, we'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
Not yet. First, I want to tell the viewers about the hell that you've been through. John made national news after he claimed while out one night on vacation in Miami, he was drugged, seduced, and scammed in the amount of $43,000 by 2 Estonian women. Even though nobody believed him at first, and I have to admit, when you first told me, I wasn't sure, John.
Me too.
But it turned into an FBI investigation and was discovered the women were part of a crime ring led by the Russian mafia. Sounds crazy. The media called it a real-life hangover, and Bolaris was fired from his job at Fox 29 here in Philly. Even the talk shows like Dr. Phil called to hear this Playboy's adventure. Take a look at this promo.
After a night with 2 sexy strangers,
They said, do a shot with us. I said, okay.
this weatherman woke up with a real-life hangover.
They ran out $43,000 on your credit card.
I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Wow, unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Can you update us on what's
Yes.
happening now?
The bad guys.
The bad guys.
Bad guys that did this. It was an organized Russian crime ring. Well, they were just sentenced a couple of weeks ago between 6.5 and 12 years in prison.
Wow.
It was a wild story, and the mistake I made was walking into the Delano restaurant and keeping my, not having my guard up, put something in my drink, and the rest was the real life hangover story, which was not so much fun living it. And no one was really like, yeah, Bolaris,
Wow.
2 beautiful women, right? What, $43,610, by the way, just not 43,
Well, I mean, it's not like
Give it
you
up.
haven't, dated a lot of women before in the past.
So my history didn't help me at all.
No,
It wasn't
no.
exactly, the Pope coming to the Delano or South Beach,
No.
it happened.
Well, John,
Part
I
of
mean,
life.
it's crazy because this ended up, resulting in you getting fired from Fox 29, which was a big shocker. But then you kind of, started on some new projects like this column that you have for Metro newspaper called Bolaris Vision.
That's right, every Monday.
And you do relationship advice and all sorts of different things.
Whatever I'm in the mood to talk about, or people want to write to me, and I go with my own experience.
Well, speaking of relationships, you actually proposed to your fiance, Erica Smitherman, on the Howard Stern Show.
Right.
And you guys are getting married, did you tell me September of next year?
Yeah, September next year on the east end of the island. And how
On Long Island.
On Long Island.
Right.
How it came to fruition, Howard called me in for Hurricane Sandy.
Right.
So I was covering the storm that morning for Howard, and a special later on that afternoon on Sirius XM. And so he said, Bolaris, I hear you got another blonde with you. I go,
Oh gosh.
because he knows me for years.
You just pulled the trigger on the air, didn't you?
Well, so Erica's waiting out in the green room, and he said, don't. He said, bring her in.
So you did it.
Because I'm really concerned about the storm. I'm like, crazy.
Who cares about the storm?
Right.
Who cares
so
about
he's
the
like,
storm?
bring her in.
It's
so
time to get engaged.
He's
Okay, well, John, I have to tell you, we brought you a little gift because now, you know, you're getting married, so you need to open this up. A little gift for you.
A little gift?
You know, John, you're known as a ladies' man, so we figured we'd have to get you something, you know, this is.
Is this for Eric or for me?
This is for you, John, because this is the lock that goes on that zipper.
It's been locked down.
Time to shut it down, John.
It was shut down ever since for about a year now. Well, maybe 2 years.
Okay, well, I mean, this is
Thank you.
This is the third engagement. You're welcome. Wear it in good health.
I'm sure Eric would love me to wear this.
So, John, I want to talk to you a little bit since you are, you know, one of the popular, you know, former Playboys of the area.
Retired.
Retired Playboy. I want you to tell us a little bit about some of the Playboys in Hollywood. Justin Bieber, for example. What's your advice for him?
He's a crash and burn. As my little girl would say, he's no Bieber fever for her. So she's 9 years old. I trust her opinion. So he's a disaster waiting to happen. He's starting to unravel like a cheap train.
I mean, should he be in a relationship or should he date around?
No. God, no.
Okay, now what about Charlie Sheen? Because he's another one.
Well, I love Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's great.
He's a bad boy you love. I mean, 2.5 Men was one of my favorites, and that's really him not even acting. Is playing his life, and you know,
it's him being him.
He's him being him,
and he's been spending a lot of time with Lindsay Lohan. He lent her some money. I mean, what do you think about those two? Should he just stay single, or what's your advice as a former Playboy?
My advice that I can give is that there's no advice for me to give that way. If you're just going, you know, when you're ready, you're ready. If you're not ready, obviously Charlie's making out with Lindsay. He's not quite ready for anything quite yet.
Well, John, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate
it.
Up next, celebrity makeup artists to some of the most gorgeous women in Hollywood. How's this for a client list? Rihanna, Naomi Campbell, and Brooke Shields. Famous beauties who have all the money in the world for the best beauty products and makeup artists, but who do they book when they need to look runway ready? Celebrity makeup artist and eyebrow expert, Ramy Gafni. Hi, Ramy.
Hello.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Ramy, what is the tagline of your beauty line?
It's minimum makeup, maximum impact.
Oh my gosh, I love it, especially in the summer because who wants to pile on the makeup?
Exactly.
And you have touched the faces of some of the biggest A-list stars in all of Hollywood.
I've been very lucky, yes.
And you've probably heard a lot of gossip too.
I've heard a little gossip
What
too.
can you tell us?
Not much.
Okay, well let's talk about some of your big clients. Let's start with Taylor Swift. Okay. So Taylor Swift always looks so gorgeous. What is it about Taylor Swift's face that we don't really know about? Something that you know?
Well, one thing about Taylor, she's a natural blonde, and she's naturally very pretty, actually a beautiful girl. And her eyebrows, if you don't fill them in, they're really not visible on camera.
Oh, they're just
because they're very
blonde.
naturally bloned. Yeah.
Okay,
so she
and you
needs
never
to
would have
fill in
known
her
that,
brows.
right?
Yeah, you need to fill in her brows for them to be visible in photos and on the red carpet.
She's lucky to have you. Because she has eyebrows when we see her.
I feel very fortunate to work with her. Yeah.
And what about Britney Spears? That's another really big name.
She's also a very, very cute girl. And in her case, she's a great example of perfecting someone's complexion, where it still looks natural, but it looks flawless. And you know, it's something we all strive for.
Oh, I need a lot of help with that. That all happens before the show.
Don't we all?
Okay, so you're here today to tell us how the stars summer-proof their beauty and how we can also at home. So let's move on over here to our models. Now, Ramy, why does this model, Hannah, have aluminum foil on her face?
Okay, this is like a very unusual trick, but it really works. You put the aluminum foil in the freezer. You can put it in for a half hour, put it in overnight. You just want the aluminum foil to be chilled. And then it contours to your face. And when you remove it, it tightens your pores. It reduces puffiness. May I? Mm-hmm. Reduces puffiness.
Oh my gosh, wow, and, look at this beauty underneath.
And yeah, it just is a great remedy for swelling, puffiness, great hangover helper.
And how long do you leave it on your face?
Well, until the coolness subsides. It really is like maybe 10 minutes.
Okay, can I try this?
Sure.
My fiance would love if I wore this because there's no mouth hole so I can just be very, very quiet for a little bit. Okay, I love that idea. And aluminum foil is so inexpensive. It's like $2 at the grocery store, right?
Exactly, and it really contours to the contours of your specific face, and then you just crumple it up and you're done with it.
Throw it out. Just chuck that. Go
exactly.
ahead. Okay, and also, you have this great trick that we can do with just a single lipstick. Is that correct?
Right. You can do a lipstick, or I have a product called a face gloss that's formulated for eyes, cheeks, and lips.
Okay.
But you can also just take a lipstick and use it for eyes, cheeks, lips, all in one.
Wow, and it's perfect for summer because it's waterproof, right?
Exactly. It's waterproof, and my formulas are made with avocado oil and vitamin E, so they're skin friendly.
Wow.
So it won't irritate the eyes, and it really is like a long-wearing color on eyes, cheeks, and lips. She can go swimming in the ocean and it won't budge.
So it's really a way to wear makeup while you're at the beach, while you're at the pool, while you're doing all those fun things.
Exactly.
That looks really beautiful on her.
Turn towards me a little.
Let's see. And it adds a really nice shimmer, it seems.
It's got a subtle shimmer to it, this particular color. You don't need to use a shimmer to be long wearing.
Right.
You can use any cream or even a sheer lipstick. A cream formula I think is best, or something with a shimmer, because it'll really adhere to the skin and stay put, and even in the most humid weather.
And it's really all about blending, because I see a lot of blending that you're doing here.
Yes.
And people think that usually they blend with brushes, but it's usually better to use your fingertips, is that right?
You know, you always have them with you, and as long as you keep them clean, it actually warms up the lipstick a little bit and makes it more blendable.
Wow, she looks fantastic. And I love that idea of having just one thing that you can use, because your beach bag is already full with sunscreen and towels and everything.
Yep, 5-second makeup.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You have a very impressive client list, and I hope to see you back sometime soon.
I hope so too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now it's time for me to hear from you, the viewers, on a segment we call Dying to Know.
Hi Dorothy, I'm Janice. I'm dying to know, is Jennifer Aniston really getting married?
Well, Janice, if Angelina Jolie has one more baby before Jen Aniston gets married, I'm going to scream, because everybody has been waiting for her to get married for so long. And unfortunately, right now, reports indicate that she has called off the engagement to Justin Theroux, or at least is stalling a little bit. Just recently, she ran into her old flame, Bradley Cooper, at the Spike Movie Awards, and they looked very, very chummy, and who can blame her, because Bradley Cooper is one of my absolute favorites, and he's from Jenkintown, where I grew up. You too can be on our Dying to Know segment. All you have to do is send your video along with your celeb question to celebritycornertalkshow@gmail.com or tweet me at DorothyOnTV. I promised you I'd give you the lowdown on how you can score a free bottle of Zoya nail polish in the same bright color I'm wearing today, Thandy. Simply visit zoya.com/celebritycorner and enter this special code. Are you ready for it? Red carpet. It's super simple and it doesn't cost a thing. Thank you so much to Jocelyn Maine for my super chic set. How much do you love those silver chairs? And thank you to you, the viewers, for joining me. I hope you tune in next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. here on WMCN and on my website, DorothyOnTV.com. It's a party you don't want to miss. And special thanks to all of my fabulous guests for coming here today and joining us. Wasn't it so great to get all those makeup tips, and love talking to John Bolaris about his scandal? Next week, we'll have a show that's as fun or even more fun. Make sure you're here to watch.